Hey y'all, it's your boy Jacobird64 here with a movie, Hellraiser Inferno. I finally found a Hellraiser movie I could to finally watch because I don't own uh any of the others and outside of the first two, and I couldn't really find them until today. I found just one, and it's Hellraiser Inferno. Okay, spoilers in my opinion. We're just gonna hop into it, and so the movie is made by a guy named Scott Derrickson. He is the guy who's made Sinister and Doctor Strange, and that's kind of cool. This is his first movie he ever made, so that's cool. It's also the first direct to DVD, so yeah, that's not a great sign. But it's about a guy named Joseph, and he's a detective, and he on this case where people are getting killed in multiple ways, like you're chained up or like they got chained ripped to pieces, or like there's like a giant chain mark on the back of them, or they got killed somehow other way. And at this crime scene, Joseph always finds, or his partner or somebody always finds like a finger, just like, but you feel it. It's actually a child who's still alive. So Joseph has this family, has a wife and a kid, a girl, and one day when he looking at this scene, finds a finger and he finds the box, the Hellraiser box, and but and he goes to this woman's house who's a no, what is the word? Okay, a prostitute. That's what it is. And she goes to their his house, her house. What they do. Um, and he goes to the bathroom, starts messing with it. As soon as he does, I think he's like he goes into like this house, and you see some Cenobites. You see like a chatterer who's kind of like has no legs. You see these two identical Cenobites, and I guess they're like touching him or something, like on his stomach or something, like going in his skin and like rubbing his like and then like taking like there's blood on their hands and then rubbing it on his stomach or whatever. But he's like, I gotta get out of here because he's hearing a kid scream, help, or whatever. So goes to the door. Oh crap, it's Pinhead, and he just rips his face, and oh, it's a dream. So I'm gonna give you a heads up. And I do have a problem. It's actually with the movies that come right after it, but this is the movie that starts it. Dream sequences. Although there's not a lot in here, there are a couple. The next movies start doing this a lot more, and this is the movie that started it, by the way. So yeah, you only see Pinhead for like 3 seconds as well, in case you're wondering. And he goes to this guy, this like tattoo thing. He's like, "Hey yo, something about the engineer." He's like, "Okay, okay." Goes to this guy, ice cream guy who sells ice cream, and apparently um get some more info on the engineer. I actually forgot to mention that prostitute he slept with um gets killed, and they go back. Him and his partner Tony go back there, and they wipe all the evidence because like I don't want so they don't think I'm the killer because he didn't kill her, but he did sleep with her, and it's like if you told your like other cops, they would be like, oh, okay. Yeah, you didn't kill her yet. You were the last one with her. Okay, we believe you. Not. So, they gotta wipe it all off. And he frames his buddy Tony. But not to get him in big trouble, just so he doesn't go tell the chief or whatever. So he goes to okay, so back to the ice cream guy. He goes to this ice cream guy who has all these like pictures inside his ice cream van with these women or whatever. And he's telling a story of the engineer that this guy wanted to marry this girl. The engineer said no. He's like, okay, I'm gonna run off with her, and we're gonna go start a family. So the engineer just takes her. So he keeps looking for her. Then one day, she's back laying in bed. When he gets in the bed with her, it's just her head, and the engineer wrote a letter saying, "You can keep what I don't need," which is it's just her head or something. So it's like, yeah. Um, and then when Joseph, who's the main guy, he also gets like he likes to smoke weed, I guess, as well. So that's something. He goes to Tony, says, "Yeah, I kind of did frame you, but I'm not gonna get you in too much trouble, just so you don't rat me out, just a little bit, though." And it's like, wow, this guy's a scumbag, ain't he? He's done so many bad things. I mean, framing your partner, even though you're the one who slept with the woman, which is also really bad, especially when you're married. That's even worse. I mean, no debate. And you have a child, that's easily worse. And stuff like that, yeah. But somebody gives him, as soon as Tony leaves, here's an audio tape. And it's actually the engineer killing the ice cream guy and putting the finger in the cashier. So he goes over there, and the video gets erased. Everyone's looking at you like you're crazy. You need a break. But they go there, they get the finger or whatever, and they're suggesting, hey, maybe you should go to your therapist. So he goes, and he's like, we'll talk later or something. And then he leaves, goes to his like Western bar with Tony or something. And he's Joseph is always carrying the box, by the way. He's been carrying that around, asking people, "Do you know about this?" And the engineer, they give him some things, but they're like, "If you hunt the engineer down, he'll hunt you too," or something like that. Okay, whatever. Let's just be honest. By the way, funny thing, and this is a nitpick, and there's already a guy named the engineer in the series. He's in the first movie. He's like that brown thing that comes out after Kirsty in the first movie, when she's like walking down into the like um hallway, which is like the like hell. Yeah. So by the way, they have nothing in common, nothing alike. They just share the same name. Did they even know that character already existed or not? I don't know. So yeah, there's already a mistake right there. The engineer, what he looks like in this movie, looks nothing like in the first movie. As nothing alike. He kind of looks more like a human, but he's kind of got like a weird face and like a tongue, like a long purple tongue or whatever. But he's got like a normal human body, just like a weird face with like a jacket on and like some black pants and just literally wears all black, pretty much, even a black beanie. So he does. That's what he looks like. Nothing like the engineer from the first movie. Okay, so they go to this Western bar, ask about the engineer. The cowboy, he's like, okay, yeah, something. And then the engineer runs away. He goes after them. The engineer's like playing a game with him. He doesn't want him to stop. That's what Joseph thinks. But the cowboy guy's like, he wants you to keep playing this game and go find this child. That's the objective or something. So he goes over. But there's like some other cowboys. He don't got his gun. He gets absolutely whooped. It's like they're like doing some spins and like some like kung fu karate looking moves. And it's like it's so goofy. And by the way, what the heck does this have to do with Pinhead? This has hardly anything to do with him. He like when you think of Hellraiser and like Halloween, you don't think of this one scene. Oh yeah, you remember Halloween 4 where the one guy gets beat up by karate cowboys? That never happened. Yeah, it should never happen in any franchise. That's my point. Why would they didn't actually do that, by the way, but like imagine talking to somebody and like you remember that one Hellraiser movie where they got the Kung Fu Cowboys? Oh yeah. What What? It's goofy. I don't care what you think. That's stupid. And that definitely does not fit the tone of Hellraiser whatsoever. That does not fit the tone of Hellraiser. It's not like a horror comedy, you know. It's not like a Evil Bong or yeah, that's a real thing, or something like that, or Gingerbread Man, or like even maybe Leprechaun. No, it's Hellraiser. Hellraiser's a serious horror movie, not no goofy horror movie. Like what is this? Imagine if Michael Myers did something like that. That'd be so stupid. Then again, they've done some kind of stupid things with them already. Like if any like that cult or whatever. Okay. And then where he's like Jason Voorhees has his mom visions. Okay. And him crying. Oh my gosh, that was really stupid as well. I mean, don't even get me started. There's some stupid things in the Halloween franchise as well. Nothing as stupid as this though. So they go back, and then he talks to his therapist about the box some more, and he's like, yeah, tells you about the Hellraiser thing. You open it, they come after you. But they didn't come after him. That's what he says. It's like, huh, maybe they're still hunting you down or something. Yeah, great advice from your therapist, by the way. Oh, yeah. I don't know. This therapist sucks. I mean, I don't get how Joseph could be like, yeah, what a good therapist. No wonder Joseph stopped showing up to this guy. He's not really good at his job. So, he goes back home and he's sleeping in bed. His wife gets a call from his mom, Joseph's mom. So he goes over there, goes into the nursery, and like you just see some weird, creepy things and stuff. And then, oh wait, it was a dream. Now, dream sequences. If you hate them in this, if you hate them, boy, I got something nice to tell you about, because if you think they're bad in this movie, have fun watching the next like 3, because the next 3 do this so much more and so many times. Or I think it's like next 2. I don't care, but they do it so much more in those movies than this movie right here. And that's so if you hate dream sequences in movies and you think they're a waste of time and you're like, oh my gosh, why'd they add this in this movie? Have fun watching the next 2. That's all I've got to say. Yeah, and where is Pinhead? I don't know. He's not even been showed up except for 3 seconds. So after that dream sequence, it happens again, but they're not here this time. It is a little different. He goes over, they're not here. His parents are not in the nursing home, but he's told to go back home or something. And Tony gets killed by the engineer, and his finger gets cut off. I think it's like the 6th finger. So like this whole hand, and then like this hand is like gone. So there's like 4 or 3 more. And then Joseph goes home because everybody's just telling him to go home. He goes home. It's his wife and kid chained up around this like box. He tries to. They just like aren't. He tries to like grab his daughter's hand. And just breaks. But why is the therapist here? Why is he talking like, oh yeah, I know all about you, Joseph? Well, excuse me. The engineer is actually the therapist, but the therapist is actually Pinhead in disguise. And Pinhead, oh my gosh, he's finally back. He hasn't even talked at all, and we're already like an hour 15 minutes in this movie. How much more time do we have in this movie? Oh wait, like 20 more minutes? Or like 10 to 15? Oh, okay. Okay, whatever. And I know some of you guys are thinking, well, they didn't really show him in the first original Hellraiser. Well, yeah, you know why? Because first off, that's the original Hellraiser. And second of all, that's a whole different company. This is a company, Dimension Films. This is a company that literally got mad at the previous movie. Why is there not enough Hellraiser? These same people are complaining, oh, we don't have enough Hellraiser, Pinhead in this movie. And Bloodline, that's Hellraiser 4. We don't have him enough in this movie. Adam Moore. And then this next movie, by Dimension, they haven't hardly had him at all. Oh. Sorry. My dog is in here. It's like, you're the same people. Imagine if I was like, man, Man, this movie looks good. They need more Michael Myers. Throw him in. Okay, thank you. The next Halloween movie. Funny, I'm using him a lot. I'm wearing a hat. Okay, Michael Myers. Have like not too much screen time, barely any. What? It doesn't make any sense. I get it's a direct to DVD, so yeah, that's awesome. That's terrible. It's pretty sad for Hellraiser to go. It's pretty sad for any horror franchise to really go direct to DVD and not be able to go in theaters. Honestly, like Children of the Corn. Well, don't get me wrong. I'm after the first one, they're just like, what is this? It was like it should have been a one and done. I can't believe they made 13 Children of the Corns, by the way, or like 12 or like 11 more of those. That's insane. How in the world could they do that? So now you're here, and now we're actually, and Pinhead tells him, oh, actually, you need to go home, back to when you were a kid. Okay, bye. After you see him for like 20 seconds. So then he's kind of back at his home, and his like parents or whatever are coming after him. They're like destroyed or whatever, like twisted versions of them, twisted a version, and then you see the one prostitute come back and like stuff, and then he just shoots him. Yeah, he just has a shotgun. He just the ice cream guy, his partner Tony, and you see the Cenobites to his left, and he's like, okay. I will admit, some of the scenes actually look cool. The practical effects, they're cool. They're cool. Pinhead does look good, and it's played by Doug Bradley again, so that's good. And the practical effects are pretty good. Like in the scenes, when you're in like his home, or like when you're in the nightmare, or kind of the things that are kind of related to Hellraiser in a way, they actually look cool. And same with the box, it looks good as always. But I'll give it that. But he kicks down the door. It's just a black room now. And you're like, what the? And the engineer rips off his face. It's actually Joseph. This is Joseph as flesh, but then there's Joseph as a kid. The fingers, those are Joseph's as a kid. It's like, that doesn't make sense, but that Joseph as a kid, and he gets chained up. Oh my gosh, Pinhead's finally here. And he actually has like a scene for like a minute or two, talking about, the kid version of you, that's your spirit. The flesh, that's you. Your flesh has consumed your spirit. This is your hell. You're just living through it, and let's just rip you apart, and all the fingers will be cut off, and you're just gonna do this in a loop. And yep, that's exactly what happens. That's the twist. The guy has been in hell the whole time. And yeah, let's talk about and let me just say, the music for the most part sucks. It's like some Indian music. There's a scene. There's some other music, some Western, which for some reason they didn't use the Western music at the like cowboy theme bar or whatever. They used it when he was like with the prostitute. Okay, yeah, great idea. But whatever. What are you doing? Oh, you probably just saw her tail. Yeah, Pinhead has like 2 minutes of screen time. Awesome, great cameo, by the way, by Pinhead. I'll give him that. I mean, it's so useless. The engineer has nothing to do with the original engineer. Why even call him the engineer? Like, come on, could you think of anything better? The music for the most part sucks. There are a couple scenes where I think, okay, that was actually a good use of the music, but for the most part, no. It's not awful. It's not an awful movie. I don't know. I mean, it's not awful. It's not an awful movie by any means. It's okay-ish. It's just barely Pinhead. He's barely in it. Honestly, this is like a movie. It might have been the first movie in the franchise where they're like, okay, we have this basic script. What should we do? Let's just throw Pinhead in there for like a couple pages. I don't know if that's how it is. There is some debate. Scott Derrickson's like, no, it was always intended to be a Hellraiser film. Really? Because it feels like what I just said is what this movie is. A totally different movie, and they throw Pinhead in like a couple pages. That's what it feels like. It don't feel like a legit Hellraiser movie. It doesn't help that um a lot of the kills are kind of off screen. That always sucks. Nobody likes off screen kills. I always thought they sucked for the most part. The aftermaths are kind of okay. Like the ice cream truck guy, his back, okay, that looked cool and stuff. Honestly, this movie, I can appreciate actually not trying to do physical pain, but like mentally, emotionally, like just going through a loop. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. That's still pain. But the issue is that everything this movie did, which I'll give it credit, it does it first. So I like it more. But like other movies in the franchise, just take this idea and redo it. I kid you not, the next movie in this series, Hellseeker, is like the same plot. Almost. There's like a little sprinkles of differences, but like it's like the same idea. Same plot, and more dream sequences. So if you hate those, you'll definitely be hating them more in that movie. And I will say another thing is that when you watch this movie, you might be like, man, this is low budget. This is kind of cheap looking. But the further you go down, Hellraiser Revelations, you'll be like, oh my gosh, the budget in this movie is like $2 trillion because Hellraiser Revelations a flat joke and an embarrassment. It's the worst one in the series. This isn't my favorite directed DVD. Honestly, my favorite would probably be Judgment, but that has problems as well. And that movie's just okay as well. But it has cool ideas. I'll give it that. And honestly, I don't know. I mean, it's not unwatchable. I mean, I could rewatch it. There are some cool things about it. There isn't. I don't necessarily have anything I hate about it. Pinhead needs some screen time because that was okay. That's one thing I hate. Just literally having him for 2 minutes in his own movie. What a disgrace. Especially like a minute and 40 is like the final scene. So like 20 for like the others. You barely see him. That's my point. You see him for like 30 seconds until the last scene of the movie. You finally see him for like over a minute. It's like, holy crap, where have you been? It doesn't really feel Hellraiser to me at all. Now, I could appreciate an attempt to do it because they're talking about the box a lot. They do bring up the box and stuff. So, and the box is in the movie a decent bit, actually. I'll give it that. But like, that's it, man. That's it. Cool practical effects. If I had to rate it, I don't really know. Maybe a 6, maybe a 5, somewhere around there. Probably a 6 out of 10. It's just it's not awful, but like if you're like, you know what Hellraiser movie should I watch? This ain't gonna be your first pick. Don't let this be your first pick. But don't let it be your first. Don't look at it and be like, I should watch. Should I watch that one? No. This shouldn't be your first one because it's not a good introduction. Now, if you're saying should I watch this, now it's not the worst. There are worse movies in this franchise. Way worse, way worse. But at least this one has a new idea and did some new things, and it's the first one to do that. Unfortunately, the sequels just copy and paste some of this stuff. So it's like thanks. It's not awful. It's okay. Probably watch like the first one or two or three or four. Watch those before this one. Um, Now if you're like a big Hellraiser fan, honestly, you might hate this movie. Most people do. Some people think it's really good. I don't think it's really good. I heard somebody said this is their favorite in the franchise, or like their third favorite. No way. No way. If I had to be honest, it's probably like my sixth or seventh out of the 11. So, it does beat, I'll admit, it does easily beat a couple other films in this franchise, but it's definitely not in the top three, definitely not in the top five, won't ever be in the top five or three. Never. So yeah, it's a okay movie. So I hope you all like this review. I know I kind of went on a little bit, but maybe hit that like, subscribe. I'll see you all in the next one. Peace out, everybody, and have a good day. Bye.